Hi, my name is Darren and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about marketing for your company or social enterprise. Marketing is telling people who you are, getting them to like you and getting them to buy something from you. To do marketing well, you need to do your market research. Now that isn't always fun, but it's so important to get to know your competitors and your potential customers. Once you've done this, you can start to look at advertising. Know where, when, how, and who are you selling to. So let's look at market research. Who are your competitors? What are they selling? How are they advertising? What are their brand colours? You don't want to copy your competitors, but you do want to learn from their mistakes and their successes. You also need to know who your potential customers are. What are their spending habits? What are their hobbies? What social media platforms do they use? Where do they shop? What are they passionate about? Okay, next you need to create your brand. It's so important that this comes after your research, so you know your existing market and your target customers. This will help inform your decisions when creating your brand. You also need to really understand your own business. What is your mission, your beliefs, and your personality? What story do you want to tell? Your brand is a perception people have of your business. The story might be how great your product or service is, but it might also be your purpose, why you exist. Imagine your brand as a person. What personality traits do they have? Are they friendly, honest, funny? What traits would they actively avoid? Do you have any particular phrases or style choices that are important to your brand? Is it minimalistic? Is it bright? Is it neutral? All of these combine to create your brand voice. This personality is applied everywhere your brand speaks, so on your website, newsletters, social media posts, and advertising. Another element of your brand is your logo. A picture says 1,000 words, and your logo is a great opportunity to visually communicate something about your business to people in a split second without the use of words. How do you visually represent what you do or your product, and what tone or personality do you want to communicate? Try not to repeat information. If your business name says what you do, try to convey a different piece of information through your logo. Maybe it suggests your product is completely recyclable, or it's aimed at a certain age group or demographic. Consider what fonts you use. What message does your font communicate and who might it attract? For example, certain fonts might communicate being high-end or expensive, while others might communicate being low-cost or affordable. Both are valid selling points, but you are communicating this message through the font you choose. The key is, once you have chosen a couple of fonts that fit with your brand, use them consistently across your packaging, your uniforms, your slideshows, your social media posts. The same goes for your brand's colours. Colours are a really important and powerful tool to convey moods and emotions. They also have connotations within branding and telling your story. For example, green's often used to convey sustainability, while pastel tones can communicate a sense of camp. Once you have a palette of colours that work well together, use them exclusively across all of your marketing. So now that you know your market and you've created your brand identity, it's time to create a marketing strategy. What do people need to know about your product or service so that they buy from you? Shout about what's great about you. If you know your target market and developed your brand with that understanding in mind, the things that are great about you will resonate with your customers. For example, your target customers are passionate about sustainability, so you source materials that are recycled. Let your customers know about this and that sustainability is important to you. If you want to grow your customer engagement, why not have early bird promotion or discount offers? If you're creating impact with every sale, let people know. Customers will like to feel positive about making a purchase from you. Make sure you can deliver on what you say. Building trust and credibility is crucial. When you launch your marketing strategy, think about the best way to engage with your customers. Is it through a poster campaign, a local news story, local radio, or a social media campaign? Is it face-to-face meetings or is it direct mail? Consider when you want to launch your campaign. Is your business busy during the weekends or closer to certain holidays or events? Are there certain days or times that your customers might use certain platforms or buy a local newspaper or visit a certain place? Are there other events or campaigns happening that you could link in with? And lastly, think about how your message might change or adapt in different scenarios. A poster campaign might need to be a short message that can be read from a distance in a few seconds, whereas a newspaper story might need some quotes and a bit more background information. Your target customers might speak English as a second language or have visual impairments. You must consider the most accessible way to deliver your message or story to your customers. So, to recap, do your market research. Get to really understand your market. Create your brand, not just your logo, but also your colours, your fonts, your ethics and beliefs, your tone of voice. Think about how you might change or adapt these for different target markets. And lastly, plan your marketing strategy. What do you want to say, to who, where, and when? Good luck.